water phases. Last year, as 4th graders, you learned a lot about water. You learned that water moves through our environment in rivers, oceans, and lakes. Then, it evaporates, condensates, and comes back down as precipitation like rain or snow. If you stretch your brain back to last year, you may remember one very important thing. Water never goes away. Unless we take water up into space, we will always have the same amount of water on Earth. Now you might be saying to yourself, how is that possible? The answer is physical changes. We use a lot of different forms of water every day. The most common is liquid. This is the water that comes out of sinks, hoses, refrigerators, and showers. We use this to cook, clean, drink, and garden. Liquids do not hold their own shape. If you had a cup of water and tipped it upside down, would the water stay in the shape of the cup? No! Liquids take the shape of the container they are held in. It is also important to note that liquids are at a certain temperature. For water, this is between 33 and 211 degrees Fahrenheit. Ice. This is also a common form of water called ice. Ice is used in homes for cooking and heating purposes. These ice cubes were made in a special container that causes them to take their shape. In natural ice can be a lot of different shapes. Here are just a few. Glaciers are huge mountains of ice that can be found near the North and South Poles. This particular glacier is located in Alaska. It takes a really long time for this kind of ice to melt. You've probably seen some of these before. These are icicles. They are made while water freezes while it is dripping. They are a beautiful sight in the winter. As you can see, there are many different shapes and sizes of solids, and that is because they can take on their own shape, unlike liquids. For ice to be solid, it needs to be 32 degrees or less. Our last phase is water vapor. This is the gas form of water, and we often call it steam. When water becomes 212 degrees or more, it becomes a gas state. Gas takes the shape of its container, and it is very hard to control. Steam can be very useful. In fact, it can be used to move a train. So how does it work? We have identified 3 phases, solid, liquid, and gas, and have seen examples of each. Now let's talk about the science behind it. To understand how phases work, we need to know about molecules. Everything is made of molecules. There are little groups of atoms inside each of us. These molecules move around and help us keep our shape. In a solid, molecules are moving very slowly. They are close together and they hold their own form. Molecules in a liquid are a little more spread out and not as close together. This is one reason why liquids cannot hold its own shape. In a gas, molecules are moving fast and they are wild. They go here and there and everywhere, causing gas to not have one specific shape. In fact, in this picture you can only see 3 molecules because the others have already drifted off the page. We have learned a lot about phases of matter today, so let's review. Which phase of water would ice fall under? That's right, it's a solid. What stage of water would the ocean fall under? Great job, it's a liquid. And what phase is the steam that powers this boat? I know, that was a tricky one, but you got it right. Gas powers the boat as well as many trains. You guys have done a great job today. I hope you learned more about the water phases and how water can change back and forth in useful ways for our planet Earth.